How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which ended up having a strong day inside of the market. Inside of the Discord, I put this play on the daily watch list, and I was telling everyone, look out for support at $7.67. But of course, support on the day before it started running up was at $7.60, so I was off by 7 cents. But anyway, these are the plays that I make sure I keep everyone up to date inside of Discord so they can see some success. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance, especially going into tomorrow. And you know that we do have the quad witching. And then afterwards, we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. Are shorts still heavily vested in this play? We're going to find out because it does have an impact on the stock price. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to see, are institutions continuing to load up shares? Are they selling? We're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $8.32, being up 2.09%. On the low, it tested $7.60, and then on the high, testing $9.40. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 102.086 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 118.173 million shares. So even though it is below that average, we have to take into consideration having over 100 million in volume was definitely something that we needed for this stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 59.30, so it continues to be in the overbought territory. Do keep in mind, we're coming off some highs when we were all the way up to here around 85. Now, when we take a look at our chart, we continue to be above all of the major moving averages, which is the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So what I was talking about in yesterday's videos, you want to see it hold down areas of support. So what I was saying, I wanted us to see us hold up this $8 level. We did end up breaking through it, but we ended up testing $7.60 and we were able to recover very quickly and ended up seeing a high of the day at $9.40. Inside of the Discord, when I was doing the daily watch list, I was saying look out for the key level of $7.67. So the fact that it tested at $7.60 and then ended up having its run was definitely something that was great to see, and I know many were able to actually take advantage of that. So as far as going into tomorrow here, I want to see us continue to hold up this $8 level. And then on top of that, into the open, preferably if we can hold this 830 where we closed on the day, things can get very interesting here. And what I mean by that, by going into the open, maintaining this area, and then making another move going to the $9 range, we're going to have a lot more traders coming into the play, and then we can force this price up and get to that $10 level. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down on the page, short shares availability is at 0, updated 3 minutes ago. And for the short borrow fee rate, it is saying that it is not available. Now, when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 13th, it was at 31.47. The close for the 14th, it's at 37.58. And the close yesterday ended up being at 34.66. So we ended up seeing a reduction from what we had on the 14th, but do keep in mind of the fact it'll be very interesting to see what the numbers will be later on in the evening. But one thing I do know for a fact, this play will continue to have short squeeze potential, which means there will be a lot of volatility, and it's why I do these videos and make sure that you guys are prepared for it and you have a strategy. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So on the inflow, it was at 229, and on the outflow, it was at 219. So we ended up having an inflow day. You can see on the large, it was at 4.37, and then on the medium it was at 158, and then on the small it was at 66.74. And keep in mind, this is in the millions. When we take a look at the outflow side, we had 4.08 on the large. On the medium we had 154, and then on the small we had 61.32. So you can see we had a surplus of inflows overall in every category. This is something you want to see. And when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, large scale went out with having a difference of 286.41. And we also did see that yesterday as well. And of course, that's part of the reasons why we finished green. So we see continued demand for BBIG shares. Even when I was talking about inside the technical analysis, we ended up getting a lot more volume that we were getting on previous days. And this is exciting. We know when we get this type of volume, we could see strong moves to the upside, especially since we started getting right into that $9 range. I wanted to see us get to $10. But you know what? That's okay. We still have tomorrow. And I feel like as far as this play is concerned, we could definitely look forward to seeing even some more moves going into next week. So let's get into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, I'm looking forward to seeing how well it performs going into tomorrow. And the reason being is we do have the quad witching. But what I want to see us finish is above $7.50. And that's due to the fact, if you take a look at the option activity, I think it'll be very interesting if we can close above that. And the way how it's looking so far, it's definitely looking like that is possible. But one thing to also keep in mind before you go into this play, you want to have a strategy. Like I was saying inside of the Discord, I was telling everyone the level you want to see hold up is around $7.67. But on the day decided to hold up $7.60. So that wasn't far off whatsoever. But if you were able to get an entry around that particular area, so let's say, you know what, you didn't want to go in right at 760, which makes a lot of sense. You wait for some confirmation, then you could have gotten an entry easily around 790 or even at $8 and then ride up that momentum from there. And of course, as far as taking profits, that's going to come down to whatever your decision may be. But when we went on Vinco, we could see this play does continue to have short squeeze potential. So this is why we have a lot of traders coming in and driving the volume up. We could see some moves to the upside. I really wanted to see it go to $10 today, but overall, that is completely fine. Yes, it did pull back when it got to that $9 level, but of course, this is a play that you have to get used to that already. It's very volatile, and I say if you are not attentive, then you should not be trading inside of this play. But if you are holding shares for the long term, just make sure that you have a strategy that is right for you and it's better overall for your mental health. Do not just go in there blindly holding shares, hoping, well, you know what, it's going to squeeze to this particular amount, because I feel like that is the bad way to go about doing things, because even if it turns out successful, you don't want to be building on bad habits. So make sure you're doing your homework, and I'm going to continue to say that. You don't really get a lot of that in a lot of YouTube videos. A lot of people are just pumping the stock up, telling you, well, you know what, it's going to go to this price and so on, but very few of them are telling you to go out there and do some work for yourself. And the reason why I say that is for high conviction. More times when people sell out of plays too early, they're selling at a loss, and this is when they become bitter, and then they're like, hey, you know what, well, I follow this guy on YouTube or I follow this on social media, and it's their fault. At the end of the day, it's your fault because you're the one who's pushing the buy button, and you're also the one that's assuming all of the risks. So the great way to actually mitigate all of that is to do your due diligence. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll be talking real soon.